So, hello guys. So, what was doing now is something I want to talk about today also, equalizing. So, the main reasons you want to equalize something is to make space for other sounds. We make music with a lot of layers and channels, and we have to make space for the sounds. Like a lot of people asked me this already in the past, like, hey man, how does it come that I don't hear my bass, and how does it come? Like the details, they're going away from all my sounds. Excuse me. And that's the main reason is there not enough equalizing or not the right equalizing. It's pretty logic, if you think about it. If you want to hear the one frequency from the one sound you want to hear more, and the other sound is in the way of it, then you have to equalize the other frequency from the other sound away, and from the others, then it will make space for the one sound to get more room. Well, that was really bad explained, but I think you get it. So, like with the bass line, like I was doing now, that's how I search for frequencies that are disturbing me in the bass line, because you see I have like a lot of small cuts here. It makes not the biggest difference, but it makes a difference. You wouldn't believe me, but this small equalizing, it makes so much difference in the bass to make it more cleaner, and to like, yeah, it's not, you have to listen so much. Like if I make a bass line, it's not like exact science for me. It's just like listening, and then I hear, and it depends on the BPM also, how the waves come together, and then it sounds different than in the other track again. So you cannot use always the same preset. So that's why the equalizing I always do again. For the rest, I have a lot of presets made, but for equalizing I mostly do a new one for every track. It depends also on the kick, like if you like a really punchy kick bass, and it's a really nice trick. Wait, I will show you. You go to your kick, and then you put also a fab filter there. I did it already here. And then you look in your kick for the frequency you like the most, that it's the most punchy, like. So this one makes like the punch. This one makes like the punch, in the kick. And then this one you have to push a little bit, and then you look, it's like about 100 hertz. And then you go in the bass and you cut exactly on 100 hertz. You cut a little bit the bass away, and then it will make space in the bass line. Will make space in the frequency spectrum for the kick where it's the most punchy. So then you get like, it makes a little bit different. It's not like huge difference, but it's like a really nice trick, to get a really clean kick bass line. That they don't like. Like they punch into each other. The frequency, you don't want them to punch into each other. You want them to have room enough to be there and be beautiful and sound amazing for us. So that's a really cool trick. I think you should remember, and you can use this yourself. I just show you how I do it, and you can make your own of it. But I think you should think about it. So mainly, then kick bass is like important to equalize. Also the percussion, but here I used in this track for now battery. I will show you this in another video. And battery, it has its own equalizer. So for every sound you add, you can equalize here a high and low, and that's it. But that's mostly enough. And then you can put on the channel also a equalizer for more details. But I will show you this in a different video. But important is, that's mainly for every sound. After that, you make the kick and the bass is cut, low cut, everything. That's the main thing. That's what a lot of people forget, maybe. Not too much. Also, I'm not a fan of too much low cut. So I will show you, like on this, I think on this I did it already. So for this, I mostly use the built-in equalizer from Steinberg, from Cubase, because it doesn't need a lot of CPU, so that's the main reason. And for low cut, it's more than enough. And here I did like around 200 hertz. A low cut, sometimes I leave it a little bit. You have to listen to this. If you have a pad that has some nice sound, organic sounds around here, then you don't want to cut it so far. But like under 100 hertz, I would never go. Like here, you don't need this other than in the bass line. Only if you have like an intro or a break, then of course you can leave it. But for the rest, it will only make everything will make problems with your bass line. You know, you will not hear your bass line properly, and you know it will be like too much over each other. I don't know. Today I don't find the right words in English. I don't know what happened. I went to the dentist. Maybe that's why I'm still not good in talking. So yeah, that's like really important. Also high cut. You know, like you don't want to like to have too much high sounds. If you see a peak, you know, mostly I put on my let's go to my mixer, and then so mostly I put on my stereo out, so my main channel I put like an analyzer, you know, like to, where is it? Inserts. Analyzer. From Span it's for free, from this one. And then, you know, you have to look this sometimes, or I leave it mostly open when I'm producing. I leave it like on my other monitor, and then I'm looking all the time, you know. So you see this peak here. This I would not hear now with my headphones, for sure not, and also in my monitors it's hard to hear stuff like this. But this peak should not be there. Now you have to. Now it's important, where does it come from, which sound is it, and cut it away with your. So let's loop again where it is. So around 6K, I think it's this one, because it's all the time, so it probably is this one. So So we have more sounds that have some, like there's really a lot of concentrated sounds, frequencies on this one, on this area. So I think it's also here, to be honest. So I think it's the open head. So for me it's also searching. You see, sometimes I don't know where it comes from, but now I think. Today my sound doesn't want to work properly. I was recording already 3 times now, and every time this happens, that my sound doesn't work anymore. Who knows why? Who knows why? There we have it again. So, where was it? Aha! Now I found it. This is way too much. cleaner already. So and here you can also see like I look generally at this, like I have it all the time open, like I said before. You can make it bigger and you can look, and then you can look, like you cannot hear everything all the time, you can, mainly when I'm finishing the track in the end, and I listen to it all the time, I'm looking at my analyzer, and then I start equalizing a lot, like when I make music, I just do a low cut and some basic stuff that I see at that moment, but then the details or the wrong frequencies or today I don't find the words, man, it's crazy. But this I see in the analyzer. I listen to my track all the time, and I look at the analyzer, and I look, okay, this one, and then you hear the mistakes, and then you find them, and you cut them. So yeah, I think that's it about equalizing. Important is to remember that equalizing is a bright tool for, in my opinion, to use for to make space for other sounds. Not only compressing, because a lot of people also use compressing for this, but I think with equalizing it's much more cleaner, and you keep a lot more dynamics than with compressing a lot, So yeah, if you guys want to know more stuff about equalizing, let me know what you want to know, because it's hard for me to know what you guys know already and what not, because I only have a few Patreons already, so it's hard to know for me what level you guys are. Maybe I make like a Q&A on a live stream. I told you guys already, and then I can know what level you guys are, and then it's maybe easier to make video specific for your guys' level. So see you for the next one. Bye.